Morning guys, I wanted to do a quick video on guitar finger placement and just a few other sort of general tips which may help. I've noticed there's been a few comments in the community, especially sort of with people, members struggling with chord transitioning in particular and holding down the strings. So I just wanted to go through a few things which I think will help with your practice, and also giving you something to do, because there's only so many sort of songs that you can sort of do on repeat, whether it's with one string or whether you're doing chords. So the first thing I would say is, particularly with transitioning between chords, so it is quite a bit of a mundane sort of almost boring kind of thing to do, but it's a good practice, good foundation, and that is literally just making sure that, because especially when you're starting guitar for the first time, or if you're coming back to it after some time off, you're going to be using your left hand quite a lot, your fretting hand, or if you are left-handed, swap it around and it'd be your right hand, which would be a fretting hand. So it depends really on whether you're a lefty or a righty. So I'm right, and I would highly recommend just having finger warm-up exercises to start with, especially if it's cold. Very important, stretch your fingers. And then just making sure that your wrist is loose as well, because you will sort of may notice that you're getting sort of pain sort of here and here, and that's just you using your finger muscles, which you're probably not used to doing. So you want your thumb halfway behind the neck, which is always important because you can get more reach, okay? And the idea is that you have a gap. If you can see my hand and I'm holding, we'll start on the first fret. We want to just have we're holding down the first fret here. So first tip, to reduce buzzing, we want to hold it with your fingertips. So when you're clamping round, you want to make sure you've got a nice curve, a nice C, backward C. Yeah. So that halfway, and then we don't want to do flat. We don't want to do this because this is going to catch the strings. We want to do the tip. So this in itself is practice, because just doing that motion. And you want to clamp down the string. You want to hold down with your fingertips, so just under your nail, okay? And as close to the line as possible. Every single guitar fret here, every gap, it's going to buzz if you don't hold it exactly here, just before the line. I'll demonstrate. If you do it here, you get that buzzy sound. If you do it in the next fret, buzz. If you do it on the line, it gets muted. The sweet spot for the guitar frets is just before the line. That in itself is practice. One finger, just go up, gentle to start with, because you're going to be building little or strengthen your fingertips as well. So when you start out, and this is why I think beginners also sort of tend to give up and quit, is because their fingers are sore too, and their hands, and they get frustrated because they're probably, you may find it yourself, you get your hand locks up and it may be sore, and you get frustrated with the shapes because it's all too, if it's nice and loose. So like I call it spider fingers. So just doing this finger workout exercises, okay? This is really going to help. You want to have nice gaps between your fingers because you're going to be doing a lot of shapes. So moving on to chord transitioning, for those of you who are doing chords. So we'll do a few transitions. So E minor. So again, look, I've got the gap. I'm holding down my second finger, on the second fret of the A. So your Eddie 8 Dynamite Goodbye Eddie. So your 8 string, which is string number 5, second finger, and then your third finger. Or if you do your E minor with your first finger and second finger, It's absolutely fine. It's whatever your preference is. I do second and third, but again, a bit like holding down the frets. Same with the chords. Got the gap. Okay, if you've got the gap, then your fingers are not going to catch the others. If you do flat fingers, it's going to catch. If you do the tips, get 2 fingers up like this, as you're doing like a rock sign. Get your fingers up, okay? The nice sound chord, the nice clean sound of the chord. And when you strum, you've got the sound hole, have it about here, halfway. Okay, up here, it's too far away. Here, you're kind of interfering with the fretboard. Here is perfect. Just with your thumb, get nice clean sounds. This is all good practice. You've got the gap, you can see all the way through, that's what we want. But this in itself is good practice, okay? Look where my thumb is, it naturally want to do this. Just make sure you put it up. Get your fingers up, okay? Fingers up, and remember it's tips, fingertips, not that. Get the curve. And then what we can do for transitions, so I'm going to do a simple, I'm going to do an E minor transition into a G stepping stone chord. And what that means, I call it steps. Or if you're doing 1 and 2, you can just do your third finger. See? Again, using the tip, get your fingers up. That thumb wants to come around, does it for me too. When you're practicing, make sure you've got the gap. Okay? So, or if you do know the full G chord, it's going to be second finger on the 2nd fret of the A, third finger on the 3rd fret of the E, and then your little finger, okay, is going to be on the 3rd fret of the high E. So transitions, very good way to do this and good practice is to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then strum on number 1, okay? Always do an intro, countdown or a count in. If it works 4, 3, 2, 1, that's fine, but 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's, see what I'm doing? I'm strumming on the 1, or you can just do the single string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, so I'm doing 4, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oop, that doesn't sound so good. But I hope you get the idea. This helps with transitioning. Do it slow. A metronome would really help with this. If you've got like a Play Store or Apple Play, you could probably download, or even on Google, do a Google search for metronome. There'll be loads. And what you can do, you can set your tempo. So you can do it at like, I think it's like 86 beats per minute, which is quite a good one, like to sort of start with. And then you can move up to 100. So just say, I'll do that again, roughly in my head, 86. So, and I'm going to do the chord transition. So from E to G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and change. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and change to a D. 3, 4, 1. Okay, but you can do that as slow as you like, and because I know that some of you mentioned about the transitioning can take about a few minutes, which is fine, because that might just be you getting used to the shapes, where to put your fingers. But if you have like a chord chart of that's really useful. Have it on your wall so you can see it every day and just practice the different chords. But the transitioning, doing the counting or using a metronome, which would be a click. So just go click, 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 click if you can't do the counting, or even tap your foot, anything that's going to keep rhythm. So that's what timing is. And then once you get the timing, you can then get the rhythm, different rhythms, how you do it. But hopefully this helps you with a little bit of practice for the frets. Another thing I was going to say when you're holding down the frets, just doing this simple exercise. Start on string 1, the high E, first finger on the first fret. You can just do that with your first finger going up, as close to the line as possible, and do the next string. And when I'm playing, the top 3 strings, I'm using my finger, index finger. Just take your time. Or if you want another way of doing it, you can do first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, each time using the tip very, very slow, and then go back from 4, 3, 2, 1. You can start slow, you can speed it up, you can always get faster. On to the next string. I recommend doing this every day. And the more you do it, the slower you do it, you can improve. Say, right, use the metronome, the timer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play to a click. 2, 3, 4. Open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open. 1. Okay, and then you can eventually all that sort of fancy noodly stuff in time. But I just wanted to make it, make you aware, make it sort of hopefully clear and explain this is what's going to help you get to that next level. And then get a chord chart for the chords. The E minor, I mean, there's only about 7 sort of main sort of chords you need to know. If you master 2 or 3, you can do 1,000 songs. Yeah, very true. E minor, G, and D. That's already loads of songs. C chord, B, then you've got your A major, A minor, E major, and E minor. And you've got your F. F, in my opinion, is the trickiest. Variation of C. Or bar it. Getting a bit off topic here, but just to show you the things that you can sort of get to. But it all starts with the basic, okay? This position with the hands, okay? Get your curve. So takeaways, practice your fretting hands, holding down as close to the line as possible. Get that curve in. Use your fingertip, thumb halfway behind the neck, and with transitioning, with the chord transitions, get a metronome or count in your head, and the timing 1, 2, 3, 4, and change 2, 3, 4, and so I say and is your cue to take your fingers off and move to the next chord, but do it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and change 2, 3, 4, and change. It's okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, that's the key thing here. It doesn't have to be perfect because practice is messy when you're practicing. and it's only going to improve over time. So hope you enjoyed the video. It's quite a long one this morning, and I just wanted to make this for you guys. Let me know what you think, or if you have any questions, and I'll see you soon.